Hey everybody, this is Alex, and today I want to talk about one exercise that is gonna help you get back on your feet if you, like me, have been going through a huge patch of writer's block or burnout. And burnout is like when the thought of sitting down and making music actually feels painful to you. If you go through that sort of like period for, I don't know, a month or more, what ends up happening is that your skills and your talent and your inspiration kind of become dormant because you haven't written anything of value in a month. And getting back on your feet from that perspective can be very tough. But this exercise that I'm going to explain to you can simplify the thing, and it can make it much more controllable, much more, doable. So here's the thing. The exercise is called musical rehab, and it has only a few rules. So the rule is that every single day you're going to open your DAW and you're going to write a song. Now, this is where the trick is. The song, first, doesn't need to be published anywhere. It's just for you. It's just an exercise. So it doesn't need to sound cool. It doesn't need to sound better than the previous songs you made. It doesn't even need to be in a specific genre. It just needs to be a musical idea that you wrote down. And it doesn't even need to be a long song. If you know me, you know I take like 70 hours sometimes to write full songs. So you cannot expect me to write a song in 70 hours in a day. So that's why you can make a song of any length, like 30 seconds and 1 minute. As long as it's a musical idea with its own identity and it makes sense and it's detailed enough, then you can consider it as done. So as an example, this is the song I wrote yesterday, and it's not amazing, it's not balanced, it's not mixed, but it's a musical idea and it sounds like this. So that was, the idea itself is kind of good, but the orchestration is shit. It sucks compared to my other work, etc. But this whole thing is a tangible idea, and this is like rehab. You do, it's like, okay, so think of someone who goes to the gym for like 2 years and develops a huge and muscular body, right? If that person goes through an accident and he or she cannot go to the gym anymore for like a year, when that person is going to go back to the gym, they're not going to be able to exercise to the same extent that they did before the accident because their body is not in shape anymore. So what they do is they go to the gym to do some rehab days where they do the exercises. Maybe they do different exercises or they do the same exercises they did before, but they do them on a very reduced level of difficulty without being as demanding of themselves. So that's the idea, because if you do that sort of rehab, then it helps you get back to the point where you're in shape like you were when you left off. And then you can start demanding things of yourself to get better. But now, if you've gone through burnout, when you were there before, now you're here and you need to go back up here. So this is why I was satisfied of writing this yesterday. The only goal of this one was to be a tangible musical idea, and that's it. So I do this like that. That's what you need to do every single day until you feel good enough. Because when you do this exercise and you write ideas, lots of them are gonna suck. But there's gonna be a few ideas in there that are gonna be a bit quirky, but they're gonna inspire you to write a full song. And that is gonna take you back to the same shape you were before, bit by bit. Now, the good thing about this exercise is that it's not like it. Writer's block has a tight hold on us because maybe when you compose something that doesn't feel as good, you feel unsatisfied, and that's where writer's block retains its power. That dark feeling of, I'm total shit, I'm never gonna make it, etc. That's where writer's block has its power. But if you write something and it sounds like crap, but you know it's just an exercise that you do, then you're gonna feel satisfied about having done the exercise. You're gonna feel like you have control of where you're going. You're gonna feel like you're getting slowly but surely up on your feet. And at the end of the day, you're not gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel empowered because you have been able to do one thing you set yourself to do. So that is gonna take away the power from writer's block and burnout. And also, the reason why I recommend to do this in any genre is that by doing this exercise, you might discover a passion for a new style of music, a new genre, and stuff like that. For example, if maybe tomorrow I'm going to try to write a synthwave track, and I might discover that I actually like producing synthwave, and that might lead me to delve into synthwave. But that only would have happened because I took time to just write an idea down without any expectation. So that's the exercise. Of course, it's not the only way out of burnout. Sometimes you might only need to actually take a break completely from making music for a month, 2 months, 6 months. Sometimes you need a year off. It's different for everyone. But I highly recommend you, if you don't want to let go of music, to at least try this exercise out for a week and then see the results. Another thing I recommend is if you have like sources of a high expectation, and I mean, if you have a YouTube channel where there's people who expect you to, keep on posting stuff, or if you have, I don't know, a friend or some friends who put some pressure on you because they tell you, hey, when is the next banger coming? Or because they keep on sending you the songs they make and they all sound awesome. And you're like, oh my God, my songs suck. And you compose so many good. One cool thing you can do is to just take a break from those people. It can be inspiring to be surrounded by people who hold you accountable and people who are better than you. But there are some periods in your life when you might not want that, because that can only make things worse sometimes. So sometimes it's good to take a break. Another reason why maybe you might feel stuck is that maybe you don't feel like you feel like you want to do something specific, but you feel like your skills cannot take you there, and no matter how much you try. So in that case, what I recommend is to check out some courses and tutorials. As for tutorials, if we're talking about orchestration, there's 100 right now on my channel, literally. And courses, I highly recommend the Evenant Courses, which are also the sponsors of my videos. So if you get the Evenant Courses from the description of this video or the description of any of my videos, that's gonna give me a helping hand. But I recommend those because they can be eye-opening, even if you're a beginner or even if you're advanced. Or, Udemy or other YouTube tutorials, whatever, Studying can be a source of inspiration if you feel like what is limiting you is your skills. If you instead what's limiting you is your inspiration and your passion, your lack of passion, especially lack of inspiration, then the exercise or taking a break is what I recommend. So that is all for this video. I hope it helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.